unless I encounter other problems, and I certainly hope not. I was trying to do the shares on Facebook, which apparently are not allowed at the moment. Yeah, in fact they are, but this is enough, I guess. Yeah, let's just play. Let me close. Yeah, and also I will test the audio as I always do. No, but yesterday was really annoying. I felt the need to try again with Sturmoy. Let's just play. The stupid problems I'm having with internet, I swear. Next week everything will be solved. In the meantime, we will have to make do with this. But I think, well, most of the time it works. Apparently in the morning it's worse for some reason. So I best not speak about too much about it unless I want to call the bad luck on myself. Let's just start this and this. I need the Sturmovik profile. I'll also start Discord, just in case someone comes to play. And well, many people use actually still TeamSpeak for these games, so let's start that as well. But just to pick, because don't use. Sometimes he finds new devices that absolutely don't exist. Okay, Combat Box has 2 players online, predictably. In the morning there aren't many people playing this. And the server where I was yesterday, which is the English server for... Oh, but every time he wants the password. I think I remember it. Was it like this? No, of course. So we'll have to Google it again. No problem there. This is interesting. If you play Sturmovik, there's a different server of TeamSpeak for using with... For using with the Wings of Liberty server, yeah. And its password is BoS 2014, not 13. And apparently this is the one where the English-speaking people are. Or at least this is what they told me. Still have to test the theory, yeah? BoS 2004. Time to connect. Oh. I'm pressing the V in place of the B. 2004. No, doesn't work. I don't know. Well, let's see. I mean, it's not so important. Also because it's quite likely actually that the server is half empty. Let's just check that and then I eventually might go and fix it. Also another thing, like I was doing yesterday, it seemed like a good idea to start with a simple quick deathmatch, meaning the dogfight server, no? Just to, well, first warm up and also to not start the stream with the usual series and string of attempts that you have to do in this game to find actually some player base to fly with. And in any case, the dogfight itself is so interesting that it's worth of doing in the beginning to get into the mood. If I can't find anyone on the bigger servers, well, we'll just go to single player like the other time. It's not like this game cannot be fun in single player. Actually, the last 2 or 3 times I streamed it mostly in single player, I think it was fun. For me to play it, almost assuredly. And by the number of viewers, also for you that are watching. And what's happening with my mouse pointer? Should work. Yeah, I wasn't having the correct priority. So I hope the player that was here yesterday comes again. I was so sorry about it. Someone came to play and suddenly my internet dropped and never came back, and so we never played together in the end. This is the gun you have to use on the lag tree in this game. So they told me on the Russian server. He seemed very knowledgeable, so I tend to believe him. It's apparently the best armament for this plane. So let's get going, not taking off because this is a quick action server. Just to begin, just to get into the mood. Then we go to simulation modes. And I see a parachute. Okay, we don't care too much about it. No, but as you can see, yesterday I was having performance problem because the game is perfectly in the green, judging by my diagnostic down there. And already I see the target. Here they are. This is a game where you have much more freedom of visualization compared to War Thunder. You can go external view, you can padlock, you can zoom out wherever you want. It's much better. In my opinion, if War Thunder was made like this, it would be twice as fun, at the very least. Maybe eventually they will realize it. They're restricting the view in VR helps no one. No one. Supposedly, they do that because supposedly it makes you sick, nauseous, no? To move the view around too much, but it's absolute bullshit. At least for me. Once you get used to it, there are only positives to be able to zoom. I mean, in being able. Yeah, maybe that was the correct tense of the verb. That's a BF, am I wrong? Well. You can also chat a little with the padlock, it tells you where the enemies are. The others have the same opportunity, by the way, so why not doing it? And yeah, indeed, it's good to be back in this game. You have no idea how angry I was yesterday that I couldn't play. Here he comes, yeah. It's a BF, right? Yeah, BF. Ooh, okay, that's Russian. I got much better at spotting planes now, and that's another BF. You can see by the thinness of the wing. Too bad it's much faster than me. And I should check my 6, I guess. No, everything is good. I'm smoking, I don't know, in this game I'm always smoking. Hey Nix, I was going to play this yesterday, you have no idea. I started to play the game and then my internet dropped, and this time didn't come back. So I really hope it doesn't happen. I love this game. We're online, Nix? This is the Berloga quick action server. Yes, the BF. BF it is. We seem to have plenty of speed now. Well, I can attempt a chase, but it certainly has more energy. So you were telling me, Nix, I read your messages for the stream of yesterday afternoon, no? You were telling me that the Hien is actually very similar to the Maki, was it? So in turn it must be similar to the BF as well? Because I might say, tell you the truth, I was surprised. We are playing now the Japanese nation from War Thunder. It seems among the various Japanese planes I tried up to now, which aren't many admittedly, I haven't even unlocked the 0, but among the different ones maybe I like the Hien the most, which is the less Japanese in concept at least. It was a plane they copied from the European designs, if I'm not mistaken. Okay. I got distracted by the plan. Oh, this is a good chance. Okay, I see a piece of flap or something going away. And well, I don't think you... That's a Maki, by the way. I was sure I was shooting a BF. So you see, there is a similarity, no? That's the Italian Maki. Ah, you did, eh? Ah, I'm glad of hearing it, Nix, because I had that excellent match that doesn't happen to me very often. Truly excellent. I don't know, I think I was lucky, that was just it. But also I'm starting to understand the Hayabusa, and that's another plane I like. So the Hayabusa together with the Hien really made the game for me. I'll be playing mostly Japanese, I think, going on. Well, except for that one session we're going to do with the American Mustang, which I absolutely looking forward to, by the way. Oh. Already smoking. Where you go? Where do you want to go? It's another Maki. Is it possible? Everyone flying a Maki today. What is this? It's even a collector plane. You have to buy it separately in this game. What are these bots? Because they fly so badly. I don't know. I think I'm out of cannons, unfortunately. Only shooting with the machine guns now. I'm glad of hearing it, Nix. I certainly had fun playing it. Then the next match that started, I was starting to go badly. I don't know. Maybe I got a bit too overconfident with the Hayabusa most of all, because that plane has very little firepower. You go intercept a bomber with it, you better be extremely careful. My god, I wish this game had the Japanese planes. I wish it had. The old Sturmovik used to have the Pacific Theater as well. Maybe they will put it in an expansion. For now they're still doing Europe. I read recently that the new DLC will be, well, the next DLC once it comes out for this will be about the Battle of Normandy, the D-Day and following historical period. So I think again American and German planes, nothing too much new, and I'm out of ammo. Okay, now I don't know what to do. If you face kill US players, this plane can be frustrating. I think that was the problem, you know, Nix. When I went to the other match, there were Americans, and I saw the difference. When you're fighting against the Americans, they run away like nothing. They're twice as fast as you. And now I don't know how to resupply. Actually, yesterday, the very moment before my internet went down, a friendly player joined and was telling me about how to reload in this game mode. And unfortunately then my internet went down and now I don't know how to do it. So I think I can only finish the mission. I don't know. If you guys do know it, tell me in chat, because I absolutely don't know how to reload. Let's go with the Americans now. I was speaking about it. I want to fly it. The P-51, yeah. With some degree of customization, gyro gun set, better fuel and mirror. Yeah. Like I have experience. Well, actually, I've been on both sides of the experience, because the Japanese are also frustrating to play against if you are an American. They're terribly nimble and hard to aim at. Also small, makes it even worse. My experience in fighting the Japanese. But most of all, I was speaking about it yesterday with you. The thing is, if you're a Russian against the Japanese, you can do nothing, because they are both faster and more nimble than you. You have the extra firepower that you don't need, because the Japanese burst into fire like nothing anyway, no? So all the heavy guns that the Russian planes serve absolutely no purpose. And, well, it's a terrible synergy. And I saw the opposite also. That amazing match went so well, because I was against the Russian. They were completely sitting ducks against me. That's a Spitfire, right? Yeah, Spitfire. It's much easier to identify stuff here, because there are so fewer planes compared to War Thunder. This has a couple of dozen at most. War Thunder has hundreds and hundreds of planes. And here we have an enemy already low on energy, it seems. They climb faster, that's true also. With the Hayabusa you feel like you're piloting an anti-gravity device. I don't know how to put it, it's incredible. No, I think once I unlock the higher rated versions of the Hayabusa, it will be one of my favorite planes. I was dogfighting a biplane yesterday. I was dogfighting Zugov biplane. Oh, the one that gave me so much trouble with the Yak. Actually, you can easily out-turn it with the Hayabusa. It was a very cool feeling. What's he doing? Check the 6. 6 is clear. Oh no, I know what you mean. I'm looking forward to flying the Nation with you, by the way. Okay, another Spitfire. Maybe the same Spitfire. We're all chasing the same guy. I bet he's pooping himself at the moment. That should be... I think it's another Maki. Is it possible? With the Maki today. When you're climbing like this, it takes a while. Maybe he will come my way. Yeah, I actually is diving. I don't know if it's a correct strategic choice with 3 people in tail. Probably not. And I pull too much, and well, the Mustang being the Mustang spins. Yeah. When you get back to this plane, you always have to get into the correct frame of mind. It's just the nature of the Mustang. Crazy horse indeed. Even the D version we're piloting here. There's a feeling of vastness to this game compared to War Thunder. Now, War Thunder, you always feel like you're chasing planes that are very close to you. They always feel closer than they should be, in my opinion. Here, everything is huge. The sky is huge. The map. Even the planes themselves seem bigger. I don't know how to explain it. But probably, you know, it's a VR thing, because the point is that it has a better sense of proportions in the way they programmed the depth of field. What to say, I don't know. And I think you got the idea. The graphics in general is better, that's the thing. No, performance is still not ideal. I don't know. It's sorta lagging compared to what it was before I stopped to play this almost altogether. Now I read your message, wait just a second because I have this thing in front of me. That's a fog wolf, I think. Certainly looks like one. And here comes the giant gunscope. This gunscope, no? This gunscope works very well in this game. Then when I tried it in War Thunder, I don't know. It sucked. It didn't work. Not as well. Am I being shot at? I think so. What's he doing? Outrunning a Mustang towards the ground, are you now? It doesn't seem like a very sound plan, huh? I dive better than most things over the battlefield. I think I'm overstressing my engine a bit though. I have to remember here it's much more realistic, you can break it. Now it's slowing down, and that's probably another mistake on his part, because look at this, yeah, and I think I don't see him very well, yeah, he's spinning, not recoverable I think, okay, yeah he died. The key 43-3 nowadays is not worth it because it's a 4.7 plane. Everyone on rank 4 is flying at high speed. Used to be rank 3.7. I also look it as vast. You mean the game? Yeah, we have the delay. You were speaking about what I was saying earlier. Yeah, it's cool. It's a cool game. Too bad the player base is what it is. So we're here playing a quick action server. That's the thing. I'm going to try the full-blown server, but probably to do real missions we will have to go single player. What's that riding over there? Completely unreadable. Berloga.ru donate. It's the server asking for money, okay. Well, it seems like a sort of worthy endeavor, because it's not like we have so many servers in this game. Why am I smoking so much? This version of the Mustang at least has an automatic radiator. You cannot change its settings. So if I'm overheating, there's very little I can do. And besides, I don't know the instruments of this plane. Look at that. Oh, that's not the enemy. Where is it? Actually, it's above. That was a Spitfire, yeah. Jag, that's a BF, okay. I feel like I'm in Valhalla, no? Eternal combat. You don't do the flying, you do just the combat. When you die, you are brought back to life and you do more combat. So in the end, the game that was supposed to be the most realistic is the one you play in the quickest manner, because of the lack of player base. He seems to have burst into flame, yeah. Look at him. Wow. That's another wonderful effect. It doesn't look as cool in War Thunder when people go on fire. Well, now that it disappeared like that was really disappointing, but still the effect is cool for as long as it lasts. I don't know why my performance is so bad now. It's in the yellow, yeah. And yet they changed no settings whatsoever. Might have to go and look at the options later. No, I know what the problem is. I suddenly remembered. Yesterday I played in 120 Hz and I don't think I changed it. I'm using a refresh that is set too high. Going to change it very soon. This has to be played at 80 Hz to run well. Oh my god, what's that ABF? For a moment there it looked like one. No, the other one is, yeah. Yeah, I'm having very bad reproduction at the moment. That's not a good way to play in VR. Let's see who gets the bird. Hit it. No. Talk about the Tony now. The Tay version will give the version with full jobs. I think I locked another version of it. I think I did. Oh god, I no longer know which is the enemy. That one. Okay, the one that's smoking white. Well, they both are, but this one in any case. And I hit it. Well, he's on his last leg, very apparently. What's he doing? Having a seizure? Come on! Doesn't die. Oh! Watch me crash against the enemy, eh? The friend, I mean. He's the tip of the wing. He doesn't die. I don't know about this guy. It's made of stalinium. No, actually that's Hitlerium, because now we are on the Allied side. The famous metals that make the most unbreakable vehicles. So what? Okay, the engine stopped. The Thai version will give version with full jets 12.7. Once you get an Otsu version, you will have 2 Japanese 20mm. I think I got it. Ah yeah, I wanted to ask you, no? Actually I was running 90 Hz, but let's put it at 80. I wanted to ask you, but what does the Otsu mean in the naming scheme of these planes? I saw it used many times. There are plenty of Japanese planes with the Otsu surname, or whatever you want to name. I think I'm having even worse performance. Now what is this? We'll have to go to the options, I think. What am I looking at? That's a jug, okay. I think I still have ammo. Yeah, this is an American plane, of course. And the Russians run out almost immediately compared to these. Jug. And that's another jug that's spinning. Whereas that is indeed German. Spitfire. Jug. Here comes the German. Yay! Turning at the maximum rate that I can. Of course, these are better dogfighters than the Mustang, but the Mustang is faster. I've been in emergency mode for almost the entire combat, and still the engine holds up. Really wonderful American engineering right there. Well, I don't know where my gyro gun sight is at the moment. Oh, here it comes. And I don't need it, because I knew I was hitting the team. No, it's not gonna work like this. To get closer. Well, already he's suffering. Leaking fuel, I think, when it's right. I also don't know much. Don't know much about those Heitei Otsu. We should research it, you know. I've noticed that when you go to Wikipedia, these games tend to get a whole different meaning. It's a big part of the experience for me. When you go and read about the planes, it becomes a learning experience also in terms of knowledge. And I really enjoy that aspect. Sometimes it turns into an article for my blog, as you know. Well, actually, it's been doing it more often recently. Well, now it's leaking oil too. But fuel and oil, let's see how long it can hold up. I don't think that much longer. And yeah, indeed, he parachuted, couldn't hold the heat. Well, we've been doing pretty well, I mean, 4 kills. One more version is cool. They don't seem to be words that have an actual meaning. Maybe they're just alternative version of the readings of the kanji the Japanese characters use to identify maybe the different versions of the plane, I guess. It's a world of engineering about which I know almost nothing, and they're not often speaking about these planes in the West. Very undiscovered potential to me. I know it's been in the game for the longest time. Of course, it's one of the original tech trees, just that I don't know anything about it. That's another BF. Yeah. Try to anticipate the curve. You have to be careful with the Mustang. Don't pull too much. I don't know. It's far. I cannot chase that thing. No. So, what else do we have? Oh, I'm actually leaking fuel as well. Oh, there's a target down there. Thank you, padlock. I don't see it, to tell you the truth, but it's in the center of the screen by definition, because I'm using the padlock. Yeah? Ah, okay, now I see it. Something sorta like... No, I lost it. Padlock it again, I mean, it's in the server. Everyone is using it. I might as well use it. Ah, it's climbing, here it is. I think these are bots though, they fly too badly. Watch out now. Ah, already smoking. Look at that. American machine guns. So you know about this whistle that you hear when you slow down? I think you know about it because it was explained to me when you was on stream too, Nix. They told me it's the whistling of the air inside the cannons of the plane. When they told me, it blew my mind because I thought, wow, they modeled even that. That's the kind of attention to details that you don't really see in a game that has thousands of planes like War Thunder. And probably it's the strong suit of this game compared to it. The attention to detail, I mean. I'm out of ammo, unfortunately. But I know on the A6M5 Code 0 are fully 30mm cannons with no-nose machine gun. Ah. The Zero, I unlocked it yesterday at the ending of the session. Even the one rated rank 3, which I intended to fly today, but I don't know if I can, because I'm not sure I can spam the plane, being that the only rank tier plane I have. Okay, let's go play somewhere else now, mostly because I want to see where my performance problem comes from. I think if I go on the actual servers where you have the entire battlefield, it should be better, because the planes are much spaced farther out. Much more farther from one another. 16 people on the combat box. I mean, it's not much, but we can try. Let's look first at which side does the players. These are the players that actually use. Ah yeah, I'm an idiot. Of course I had bad performance. TeamSpeak was open, and it's not like I was using it. Let's see what we have on the combat server. There's an AFK player on the German side and one in the Allies side that I do not know. Well, I'll join the server first, but go to the Allies side so we can try and speak to him. Let's see if he wants to cooperate, because if you have a wingman, it tends to be interesting, but if you're flying alone in a server with 16 people, you will fall asleep. You will fall asleep despite the realism of it. So just an attempt, otherwise it's back to quick action or single player. These are the three things really. The coolest way to play is the actual multiplayer server, but at this time of the day it depends on the player base. Not really yourself. Probably tomorrow, which is Saturday, could be better. Still, it's worth a try. I mean, I'm already streaming. Weirdly, the Hayabusa Koi is armed with powerful 50 cals. Only, but Gaijin gave it to China, not to Japanese. Yeah, it doesn't make sense, man. Doesn't make sense. So the best Hayabusa is on the Chinese side. Now I want to play the Chinese side as well. We might do it together. Sliding right, yeah. How's it going with the Chinese nation, by the way? I bet you unlocked plenty. You will already be a rank 3 at the very least. This is one of the older splash screens. You can see it's more limited. In a... well, I mean, not very elaborate. The ones from the DLC are cooler in my opinion. Okay, so I said Allies side, but let's look also at the statistics of the place. Yeah, they have less players. That's good in theory. TVC Benno is very active. Look at that, 75 points with 5 kills in all, I think. And also destroyed the buildings. He's probably flying a bomber. So let's speak to him. Hello. Hello, Zarlok here. Are you flying on the Combat Box server? I see your name in game. Okay. Not having much luck there. I shouldn't have expected it.
Oh, hey mate, how you going?
Hi. Hi, just came online. You're flying a bomber, I think, huh?
P-51s, yeah.
Ah, okay. Where are you?
Benno.
Uh,
where?
which airfield, I mean? Where do I take off to play with you, I mean?
Lee Cullot, southern base.
Okay.
Currently flying over the Panzers.
Okay. Taking off from there. I'll pick a P-51, I guess. Yeah, me too. P-51. You're doing bombing runs? Because I saw you had some points in that department.
Yeah, I was taking bombs on the P-51.
Okay, then I'll do the same. Let's see what we can find as target. I see there is still some people online. Usually at this time of the day it's almost empty. Today it's a bit better than usual.
Yeah, it is. It's better. Usually there's no one on here at this time.
This is mostly an American server. I think it's very late at this time over there. Starting the engine. Wait, I don't need the lamp anymore. I see the sun is out. And I can't get up within the plane, because in this game it doesn't let you do. So mixture to the max. Close the canopy. Open a bit these brakes with a differential on the gear. On the rudder. And I think the runway is over there. I hope. I will not fly Japanese planes, because they absolutely no combat record. Them actually flying those planes. That sucks, man. Why must they do these things? Just to make the player base happy, you know? So they have many Chinese players, so let's give them the best Japanese plane. Makes sense. Wardo Tanks was guilty of that too. Ah, yeah, maybe if I raise my RPM I can actually start moving. Yeah. And I guess that should be the way of the runway, yeah? Let's see. Easy now. Ah, yeah, where the signaling fire are, usually. I wish there was more of an exact science to it. But this is the runway, yeah, to my left, actually. Yeah, I thought it was that way, but it's to the left. So we are in Le Coulot, meaning that we will go towards the Panzers, I guess. The Panzers to the northeast. I will head northeast to that city over there. Whose name I don't know. Yeah, you have to do navigation by sight. It's much harder than War Thunder. So, but many things are. Command mod is enough, I think. My flaps are up. Or maybe lower the flaps a bit. This is a Mustang after all. Well, I'm out of the runway because I just couldn't go straight now. And well, but I'm also spinning the plane and I broke it. Yeah, I broke it. I'm not dead, but I did break it. It's hard to take off in this game. It's hard. It sucks, guys. Well, good thing I didn't start with this, at least. It was the second thing. First I showed my prowess at dogfighting. Second attempt. The Land-Lease ones are already good enough, and already enough to make killing. You fight the Japanese after all. Ah, yeah, many times. So, Le Coulot is the place. Second attempt. P-51D. What happened? I probably pulled the stick too much. Yeah, if it works like War Thunder, that was my mistake. Make another attempt, otherwise we go with the Tempest, because I cannot get mad with it. Not very professional from the streamer's part, but you know how this game is. You know. Good thing there was no one to witness, apart from you guys, at least not in game. And usually when you start playing this game again, you break some planes before being able to take off. And the Mustang in that regard is already pretty hard. I think you're right. What's the takeoff speed of this? I bet you know it. What's the takeoff speed of the Mustang D version? You will have time to answer me before I get back on the runway. Ah yeah, the mixture was low. Okay. Okay, it's moving. Well. Let's try to concentrate. So airspeed is over there. I reckon about 200 to be sure. I will go full emergency mode this time. Not doing the same mistake twice. 180 at least. But to be safe, okay, 200 then. Above 200. And I will try to pull the stick very little, because that's what helped me with the Mustang in War Thunder. Okay, maximum concentration mode. 50, 70, 80, 100. And I'm again out of the runway, because I was looking at the instrument. 150. I pulled the stick too soon, yeah, by far, that's what I did. I was speeding, I got distracted. 150, we're out of a runway, I don't know. Ah, but these are miles. Yeah, these are miles per hour. They're not kilometers. Yeah, it makes sense then. Okay, let's head northeast. Where is the compass on this thing? Well, I use the compass of the game. Watch the engine coolant temperature. But the radiator is automatic, I mean, so it means just relent with the throttle. So we are on Lake Hulot, we're at northeast to the first city I see, and already I see it. And from there to the Panzers. I will radio in with the friend online once we are above the city, so I can tell him my exact location. And installing, okay, be careful right there. We got plenty of altitude to correct it, luckily. I'll have to look at my speed more often. Okay, that's the speed. The altitude is the one below, and these are presumably feet, not meters, because it's an American plane. So we are at 3,000 feet. I wish what it was in meters. I wish it was in European, but we will have to think American. Didn't count for a death, because I was already on the... I was still on the airfield, so I didn't count for the death. Stabilize the plane automatically, because why not? Because I wanted... No, auto level off. What is this? Don't go emergency. Ah, I know. The American planes, you have to be operative with the RPM too. You can't touch just the throttle. If you touch just the throttle, it doesn't go in the correct mode. Actually, someone told me the other day, I don't remember who, that the Aira Cobra is meant to be throttled with the RPM lever. You don't touch the throttle at all in that plane. I know. It's years better than War Thunder. In fact, well, it's a much newer game. It came out much later, even though this isn't very new either. Okay, so if I came from Lake Hulot and I'm now going toward the city, I have to turn a bit more to the left, I think, and head for the other city that I see toward the... If only I could stabilize this thing. Let's use the throttle a bit. You see how everything moves? That's the throttle wheel. That also works. Okay, auto level. I should keep level now, so I can zoom. TNN, okay. But I'm going straight north, so a bit more to the right now. Once you're away from the cities, it's very easy to get lost. You have to be careful.
Got a 262 diving on someone at the Panzers. It's not you.
Okay, no, I'm coming to the panzers, but I'm only at TNN at the moment. I'm heading for Diest and from there to the target, carrying the bombs too. But I'm not there yet, so that's not me.
Okay, I'm providing air cover over the target.
Roger. Coming as soon as I can. It will take a while, because this game has a freaking huge map. That's the thing. That's the thing. You can use also the rivers for navigation, but you have to zoom the map more. Otherwise you will understand nothing of them. These are actually, I think, they're channels, not rivers, judging by the shape of it. Watch engine temperature. What the hell? They have to go so damn slow. Let's put the throttle. The RPM 73, the throttle 79. I know what it is. Yeah, it's the bombs. The bombs really slow down this plane, especially.
Quite a few contacts here.
Roger, okay. The bombs slow me down a lot. I think I took the bigger ones. It was a mistake. I'm installing almost constantly and overheating the engine. But I'll try to be there as soon as I can. Why did I carry the bigger bombs? Well, we will do more damage to the panzers though, huh? I don't know this thing, it's useless. And this is the area where we're flying in any case. So TNN. Now heading the correct direction. Yeah, I should see the other city to my right. Yes, here it is. That's Sint-Truiden, where was one of our targets, by the way, that's been destroyed. And we're heading right for Diest. Then from Diest, there's a channel, yeah, or river, or whatever it is. That's more or less same place as the panzers. They're past of it. Navigation by
just
side.
got a 262. Nice.
You got it. Nice kill. Nice kill. I can see from your score that it's not rare for you to achieve that result. You have a very good score. Let's go. Okay, what's that? I think that's the city, yeah. I think I'm inside of Diest. Let me see the river situation. There's a couple of little lakes before it. Well, I don't see the lakes on the map. But that must be Diest. Can be... No, wait, I turned all the way to the right. Then I'm looking at Sint-Truiden, I think. Oh, I hate you. It does it even more with the bombs. Okay, now keep heading northeast. I think that's not the place. That's the place. Yeah, Diest takes its time to reach the objective. Small city, what is this? That must be Diest, it can't be anything else. But there's a river in front of it, wait. Is it possible that I'm looking at... Yeah, I'm looking at Gil. So that's... Yeah, I'm much northern than I thought. That's Gil, with the river in front, and that's Diest. Then the panzers must be... It's damn hard to do navigation by side. Reaching Diest now, almost there. So, just radioing to the friendly plane. My location. Yeah, it's got a river, you see it, west from east, that's Diest. And we're coming at it from the west, because I missed it a bit. But actually it's good, because now I know that the panzers will be...
RTB.
Ah, okay, roger.
Actually, there's another 262 here, I might try and get him.
I might have to get rid of the bombs if I spot an enemy. These things really encumber me. There's an airfield near.
Most of the targets are shot down.
Excuse me, I didn't get what do you mean?
Most of the enemy aircraft are shot down, I think, so you should be...
Huh.
You should have a clear run.
Okay. Good, thank you. I'll try to bomb these panzers as well. I see them together. They are close to a river. Yeah, there's a bridge too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. They're right next to a bridge.
So I see the river. It should be from where I'm coming a bit to the left. Yeah, I see the bridge. Then the panzers are there. Okay. Pasto Vita
Okay,
to the right.
I also see the bridge, so I'll see if I can help you out.
Should they bomb the bridge, maybe? No. No, the target are the panzers. Well, because if you bomb the bridge, in theory, the panzers cannot proceed. Hmm?
I got a 262 coming on my 6.
Where you at?
Just north of the bridge.
North of the bridge, okay. North to the bridge would be to my left. Let me see if I can spot. North of the bridge.
It's okay, I'm clear for now.
Huh.
He just shot off a flare.
You shot it down?
He sent a red flare, don't know if you saw it.
Unfortunately, I don't see neither you nor him.
Oh crap.
I wish I could say different, but I don't see them. To the north of the river is over there. Guys, I don't see anything. The usual thing with this game. Let's bomb. Let's get rid of the bombs.
Well.
I absolutely don't want to fight with the bombs. Okay, that's part of the enemy objective, I guess. Well, they don't look like panzers, but judging by the map. Okay. Well, I did some damage. I hope I bombed the correct thing, unlike the other day. Okay, I got rid of the bombs. I think I bombed the target, and now I'm heading north from the bridge, hoping to spot you.
Okay, I'm where the double bridges are, so 2013 numpad 2.
2013?
I think so, yeah.
Ah, then it's no longer to the north of the bridge, actually, or we are speaking about different bridges. In any case, southeast from where I am.
Actually, no, I'm directly over...
Yeah, I got some.
I'm directly over the Panzers, sorry. I've got 2 on my 6, heading 140.
Directly above the river? Oh my god, it's difficult to find people here. I'm heading northeast from the bridge now, but I still cannot spot you. In the direction of 2013. Still cannot find anything. It's possible that he told me the position wrong, because I absolutely don't see him. Or it's my visualization problem again. I did it, Nix, I did it. I got 6 points. And now I'm no longer carrying bombs. I hope... No, I'm out of bombs. Double checked. That's gank. I'm pointing the direction of gank now, southeast like, but still cannot see you. Time to gain some more altitude.
I'm still right near the Panzers on the deck.
Near the Panzers, huh? Okay, turn back towards the Panzers.
Yeah.
And of course I had to spin the blasted Mustang. Every time you do any sudden maneuver, this thing, it's got this stubby wing that really make it do that.
Oh, shit.
Are we at the same objective I started to think? No, the Panzers are the Panzers. I'm looking now at the point where the river bifurcates, the other side of the bridge, where it makes like an Y shape. Where are you in relation to that, more or less?
Sorry mate, I can't really look at the map. I got...
No, I know.
I think
I'm
now
sorry.
I'm just slightly west of the bridge.
West of the bridge. Okay, I'm looking west of the bridge.
I think I might be able to see you directly. Oh no, that's not me. That's not you.
It's uncanny, man. I swear I cannot see you. Strange, because I no longer have the. I used to have a spotting problem in this game that didn't make me see things afar, but now I think it's solved. I can see all the way to the city. That's Diest, I think. I'm on the bridge looking at Diest. That's my location at the moment, which is west, straight west, southwest.
Okay. I am now. I'm over the river.
Uh-huh.
Slightly south of the Panzers.
South of the
Directly over the
Panzers,
river.
okay. Above the river. No, now it's impossible that I cannot see you.
I'm heading towards the Panzers, on the deck, on the river.
On the
heading
river.
to 290. Someone firing at me.
I should be able to see at least the tracers. It's really a mystery. I don't know. It's impossible. You're coming from the south, right?
Yep.
I'm following the river. What altitude? Maybe that's what's important.
On the deck.
On the deck you mean very low?
Yep.
The only explanation I can find is that we are speaking about different bridges, but the Panzer objective is one. That's the thing. On the deck. Never heard that expression. Ah, I finally see something. Yeah, it's really hard to spot in this game. Yeah. Then I see them. These seem like BFs.
Oh, really? Cool.
Finally I
Put my
found.
lights on.
Okay. Ah, now I see you too. Thank you. Turn it off. I know where you are. I'm following them.
If you
Coming.
get the...
Extend. No, damn it. I saw you crash.
I just...
I'm
just
sorry.
stalled
It
it.
was all because I couldn't find it. It's the thing with the Mustang. This plane is annoying to fly. I'm chasing
that's
one of the BFs. Chasing him. I hope the other doesn't get me. Let's see if I can kill it.
I can see the two
And I
systems
blacked
flying away.
out just a bit. But I think I hit it, to tell you the truth. I think I hit it. Not sure about it.
I have to learn how to turn the P-51 without stalling.
No, it's an annoying plane to fly, yeah. I know the problem. Sometimes I just pin it while navigating, no? You suddenly try to turn one side and the plane goes whoosh. He loves it. That's the thing with the Mustang.
Oh, that's a shame. A couple more minutes, 10 seconds longer would have been okay. We could have got them. Oh, that's alright. I've got to go, mate.
You're disconnecting. Okay. No, it was fun. Thank you for trying to help me get a kill. Thank you for staying with me. So see you next time. Bye. Well, okay. Now you have to tell me, guys, where the heck the BF went, because this game is always like this. I swear. It was on my side, then poof, disappeared. Was right on my side. But did I kill it? Because I shot. Yeah, I agree, Nix. We have to keep fast here. I shot the plane and then... Maybe it disconnected. Maybe it's going to kill me like the next 3 seconds. Always the same thing with this guy. I think he was speaking about the wrong bridge, to tell you the truth. Because he was bombing this. Unless I was bombing something wrong. There was a mistake of bridges in any case. I was at the other bridge. And in fact I didn't bomb Panzers, I bombed something else. Probably the mistake was mine. But there are no Panzers here either, so who knows who's right actually. There are no Panzers. And there are no BFs. Okay, my only logical explanation is that I damaged him and he either disconnected or returned to base while going very fast and low. Well, considering we lost the only friendly voice in the match and there's like 10 people in all in the entirety of Germany, All I can do is keep scanning for a while, just in case they show up again. But if they don't, I guess we will go play a different mode. It's the thing. It's the thing. This game has an incredible potential for multiplayer, but it's so damn rare to be able to stage an actual match. If it only, I wish it to have like a quarter of the player base compared to War Thunder would already be enough. Would already be. Let's strafe these things a bit. Maybe I'll attract the enemy's attention and we can do some dogfighting. But what are they? They don't look like something you can damage with the gun. I think I was the right one, you know. These aren't the panzers, there's no panzers here. But probably they are past of the river, that's the thing. So that would be to the east from the bridge, and that would be from the other side. I'm pointing at the friendly territory. Oh, I slowed down too much. And of course the Mustang, being the Mustang, spins. I swear it took courage to fly this thing. Really, it needed a certain type of pilots back in the day. Wasn't something anyone could do. Yeah, the panzers weren't there. I was bombing the emplacements by the river, which was worth on some point, but actually the target itself is quite distant. I wish I could say I saw them, but actually I don't. We're heading now for... That's probably the small city over there, Klein Bragel. Let's go toward the enemy airfield. Maybe I'll find an enemy. I would like to do some dogfighting before we finish. Yeah, because Klein Bragel has also an airfield. Here it is. Could have some targets worth strafing, you know. And actually, yeah. Yeah, because these are parked planes. No. Some ground emplacement of some kind. Should be worth some points if I strafe it. Oh wait, I've been heading west. Then I'm in friendly territory. Completely wrong. I got the wrong idea. I'm in friendly territory. I should have gone east. So that's... Hey, good question. Yeah, there's an airfield there, I think, near Dist. I know already. I mean, it's useless. I know already. We will meet no one. I can stay on this server for an hour. Because I tried it while streaming. There's a reason people don't stream this game usually. But I will show you that it can work. Oh. Ah, okay, it's the anti-air. For a moment I dreamed... So that's an enemy airfield. Now we know. Let's go for it. I mean, he damaged me. We best show him who's boss. You there shooting my Mustang. Why is it taking so long, actually? Wish I still had bombs. Oh, don't you dare do it again. This is war points, right? It should be. I mean, Nix, yeah, logically speaking, but does it make sense to stay on this server? We are going to do just this. Fly around and fire at some targets on the ground. It's annoying, it's boring. Ooh, they broke my rear view mirror. Let's go play single player. At least we know we will find enemies and objectives. Besides, it's not like single player of this game is bad. Actually, it's quite fun. So, I also think I'm lost, because I made some wrong turns. I thought I was going east, then I was going west. So this should be, in theory, the east. But if this was the east, then why is the airfield shooting me? That should be a friendly airfield. Got some points from that. Yeah, so a bit. Let me see the shape of this town. And the position of the river most of all. I'm heading south. The river... There's a couple of lakes. I cannot find it. What fucking town is this? To the southeast there is another one. Is it possible that I'm a gank? Let's try to head west. Big lake over there. You say, go to base area. Ah, but wait, I brought the compass. Yeah, the Bendix compass that tells you the direction of the base. That's going to be helpful. Is that right? What does it say? Bendix, yeah. It tells me the base is to the right. Let's hope it wasn't damaged. Good question, Nix. I wish I knew it. It tells me to turn right, I think, the Bendix compass. Seems broken. Yeah, the compass is broken. Does nothing. Yeah, you get points and then you get score on a board. The board for the server, but I mean when you're flying with so few people online, it feels very worthless. So my Bendix is broken. What's the pressure? Wait. Give me some more light. Wait, if I turn I should be able to read the instrument. Yeah, it's the one. Yeah, it doesn't work. It was it probably. So they can damage your radio instrument. Well. Oh, but I was flying with my wheel up all the time. Look at that. No, okay. I go play something more interesting. I mean, it's fun when you have the players, but like this it isn't. So, the quicker pace one first, because we have to recover from the boredom of that thing. Let's do the scripted campaign, then we do the career mode. The scripted campaign is cool. This was a good buy on my part. It was or not discounted. They were having a discount for it. I go with unlimited ammo, okay. And I paid like €2 for it. It's one of the older scripted campaigns, but it's worth it 100% in my opinion. It's very nice to play because you have the kind of gameplay from the career, but without the boredom of flying to the objectives, sometimes not even finding the enemy. Yeah, you always find the enemy. They give you interesting situation every time. Of course it's scripted, so it will be the same situation each time you play. But for the first time, at least it's actually worth €2, which is what I paid for it. Now I'd like to buy the others too, but I think they don't sell them on Steam. They only sell it on their website for some reason. Armory glass, no, I don't need it. Let's keep the plain light. Combat just 520, okay. No, there is no grind in this game. There was originally, I think, and then they removed it. Everything you buy, it's a true simulator in the old meaning of the word. You just go to the server and play. Ooh, the engine was already started. Stopped it. Okay, I'm using time compression so we don't waste as much time with it. And let's stopping the engine. Yeah, and now let's restart the engine. No complex settings of any variety on German planes. Everything is automatic. Well, except for the fact that it's not starting the engine. Try again. First engine start. Tell you what, just start the mission. It will be quicker. I don't think it loads it again. It should be instantaneous. It's quicker than restarting the engine. No, yeah, you want to unlock the planes? You only buy them. In a sense, they are like premium planes. Every single one of them. They call them collector planes though. It's a more expensive game, different pricing model and all that. It, in theory, it sets up the stage for better realism, no? Because when you don't have to take balance into account, you're just building a simulation, you don't care about balancing the plane. Everything you put into the game can reflect reality. Oh my god, what am I doing? No, okay, it's gonna work. So it's the purest form of simulation gaming. Ah, okay, Nix, bye. But I don't know if it's always true. It depends on your ideas about the game, mainly. So I didn't even read the briefing. How's that? Usually the campaign just tells you to go there and do battle, but let's look at the objective too. Stabilize the plane with the autopilot, reduce the speed, and we go to these specification is another thing on this. After the group you are to escort appears above the airfield and you obtain permission from the combat post and a green flare, head east, then escort the GU-87 on the route indicated on your phone. You have to escort Stukas. It's supposed to fly at 1200 meters. Okay. They are behind me, yeah, I have to go back in theory. Do we really care for it? I mean, the enemy will be in front, we might as well scout ahead. Now you're no longer in the sound because I just engaged time compression. Seemed like a more practical way to do it. And yeah, here are the groups of the Stukas and our friendly fighters. We are supposed to climb to 1200 meters. We are at 1000 at the moment. And I'm heading off course, by the way. But that's good. It will give the Stukas more time to catch up. So, turning east now. More like southeast. Here they are. Oh, it's good, it's good. We gave them more time. It's nice to be the BF for a change. We're heading to Stalingrad, of course. This is the true... This should have been included in the game, I think. The famous Battle of Stalingrad campaign, no? It's the one that names the game, after all. Yeah, you can do it in career mode, but it's absolutely not the same. The one with all the scripting included should be with the game, I think. You can play it also from the Russian side. It's another little DLC that I also bought it. Well, it's a pretty interesting series of engagements. I don't know if they were actually historical. It could be that they studied the actual air war above Stalingrad, for what we know. I'm not overstressing the engine, right? No, everything's good. You can see the river Volga. Also an airfield. Stalingrad Air Defense Corps switch. Ah, look at the water on the windshield. I love it. I love it. That's an effect that is certainly lacking in War Thunder. The city is on fire, of course. It's being Stalingrad at the time of World War II. The clouds look amazing also compared to War Thunder. I don't see the targets. There are no enemies yet. Ah, we have to bomb on the other side of the river actually. Let's give it the Stukas some more times to catch up. Probably for the best of the mission. They should be... Here they are. There's some glitchiness too. The targets within the clouds, they shouldn't be visible, but actually they are. Same thing as War Thunder. Apparently it's harder to program than one would think. These are not the Stukas though. This is the other group of fighters. Yeah, BFG version. I think mine is a G version too, right? Good question. I wish I knew German planes more. We're having some anti-air. Well, they actually passed under me, I think. They told me to fly 1000, doesn't mean they are flying 1000. What is that? I think I'm having problems with the spotting at a distance again. I don't know. Since I'm blind as a mole again. Just the name of the game with this blasted simulator. Oh, here they are, our little Stukas. 1 Stuka, 3 Stuka, 2 Stuka. I counted them the other way around. And they seem to be bombing, yeah. Well, there is no enemy in sight. They will come, because it's a scripted campaign. Anti-air fire coming from the ground. Yeah, look at the rest of the escort. What are they doing? Diving for the Stukas for some reason. It's almost like, are they attacking the ground as well? I sure hope I don't carry bombs. No. Because if I was carrying bombs with unlimited ammunition, that would have been a big problem. You cannot drop them, actually. You will always have bombs, even during the fight. I discovered it the other day. Oh, here is the enemy coming from the northeast. The game helpfully tells me. So let's give the instruction as flight leader to attack the nearest air target. I don't know if it makes any difference. Sometimes they listen, sometimes they don't. Depends. Well, with all these clouds, I'm heading the opposite way. That's the reason I can't see anything. You have to go northwest, it seems. More anti-air. Ineffective because of the layer of clouds, I hope. Yeah, that's certainly the first Russian play we see now. And that's an entire wing of them. These are Russian ground attackers, the Pershka, I think, the PA-2. Turning. Now, where was that fighter? Probably hiding in the clouds. I don't know. Ah, yeah. These are the Stukas that I'm supposed to protect, so they will probably attack them. Yeah, they are. Well, they certainly seem safe. Still bombing the targets. I saw the fighter, now it's gone. Let's try to use the map. And it's supposed to be... Well, actually... I should just escort the Skugas back to base since they're not attacked, because the scripting of the mission seems to be running a bit amok. But I would hate not to show you some action, so let's go back to Stalingrad. It's just stupid. They didn't attack the Stugas. Let's take the occasion to do some air superiority engagement. Okay, that's a yak or a lag. I never learned to tell one from the other, but it's certainly Russian. I try to tell one from the other by the camo pattern, actually. But it doesn't always work, as you can imagine. Well, strangely enough, it disappeared again. No, I see it. It's the only target I have. The ones marked on the map are more northward. What's he doing there all alone? Cover task completed. You may proceed to base. That's German, I'm afraid. Yeah, I'm actually following a German plane. Let's head north then. Oh, here it is. It's one of the Pershkas I spotted earlier. Maybe that fast. I thought they were supposed to be slow planes. It's also very close to... Ciao! Ah, va bene, ciao. Very close to bursting into flames, it seems, by the quantity of smoke. There's more targets over there. Okay, time to meet your maker. Almost there. Didn't like it, huh? Okay. I think that finishes you. Yeah. So. Did I see more targets? The battle has moved actually, the opposite way. Or where it was supposed to be. That's the enemy airfield even, I think. Should we go and strafe it? Well, in Mortale it would be an horrible idea, but here I don't know. Oh! Okay, German. But Locking seems to think, yeah, he's pointing me at the... Tell you what, I want to shoot a bit, let's go there. There's an enemy plane landed on the runway. With lights on for some reason. Worthy of strafing. And I see targets behind, but not of my concern. For the time being. Turn off the lights. Like that will save you. I don't know if he's dead. Probably I didn't even hit it. Came a bit too straight. There's also a biplane over there. And I have an enemy on my tail. Well, fucking finally. No, never mind that. It's my wingman. It's my wingman. I found the only boring scripted campaign mission, it seems. Actually, I can't conclude it. We shot down 2 planes, we saved the Stugas, let's go back to base, what do I tell you? No, wait, there's enemies in the air though. Ah, finally, here they are. Yeah, we can do the tough fight now. That's German. Okay, he's maneuvering behind me. Oh, they're all here. The entire gang is here, look at that. That was German, I think. Well, they certainly turn like the yaks they are. Because I can tell they're yaks by the camo cap pattern, as I said. Spoon zooming. I'm going to catch that guy very easily. Let's go for the other one. Persistent. I don't like the look of it. I'll follow the same guy, yeah? We best concentrate on it. Watch out now, because you're very low on energy. Yeah. This is actually good flying from the enemy AI. Quite surprisingly so. Lower the flaps a bit. The wingman is doing nothing, as always. Just flying about, looking cool, or trying to at least. Raising the flaps again, because I'm chasing. But just start shooting a bit. This is promising. Yeah. Lower the flaps again, increase the speed. Ah, you can see how much gunnery is harder here compared to Wartana. It would be absolutely dead in Wartana. You have to be much more accurate. This is not the target I was following. Where did he go? Ah, okay. Thanks again to the padlock camera. Well, eventually I'll get one, no? If I insist. Imagine if I got it. He's losing speed, he's losing speed. I hit it. I seem to have underestimated the range of my weapons. I think I hit it a second time. This is flying very straight now. He's attacking someone at the same distance as I am. No speed. Okay, this should finish him. Let's just be sure. Okay, this certainly finished him. Now, where is the other one? There were two of them. Well, actually, there were plenty. We look at the map. Probably they're the ones to the left. Base is shooting like crazy, and I think he shot down one of my friends actually, because we are doing combat above the enemy base, but this not being War Thunder, it seems to be sorta allowed. And why did he turn on these lights, almost like he's landing? Must be an enemy. Yeah, it's an enemy. Gamer's privilege to check now the nationality. I mean, some game element, that's the fun in my opinion. He turned off the lights. I think he's no longer landing. I wonder why. He's changed his mind. But still, I mean, you go landing during combat. What do you intend to do? I'm leaking a bit, I think. No. He was just overworking the engine, thus causing the smoke. This kind of maneuvering is very, very fun in VR. I was saying about it yesterday in War Thunder as well. Wow, I'm thinking just now, not disconnections the entire stream. Is this a miracle? I best not speak it. Now they know I'm changing provider, now so my provider of internet is scared. He wants to show me I'm leaving something that actually could work. Well, I have some second thoughts of that. Lower the flats, lower even further. You can see what difference the flats make in turning. Okay, it's gone. Yeah. Poor yak, poor yak. Was it a yak? No, I think that was an LA2. LA3. Well, an LA. From New York to LA. Okay, more targets over there. I almost pity them. You face an actual player. You meager bots. That's what they are. An entire campaign populated of bots. Because players don't actually play this damn game. Maybe I'm doing my part. Maybe this stream will bring more people to Sturmorg BoS. There was one thing that I missed from playing with labels, huh? If you put the labels, it tells you the name, not here. If you do the career mode, the new career mode, it tells you the name of the enemy pilot. Sometimes it's nice to know who you're killing, I don't know why, it gives you a feeling of warmth. It doesn't work for this campaign because it was made before of that function. You absolutely can shoot at this distance, you see? I was very, very wrong about the thing. Should try it in War Thunder as well. It's not easy when they turn this tight to estimate the leading of the shot. Still, him being only an AI, he will get tired of it eventually. Strange to think that a computer can be less patient than a human, but actually in these games work like that. Very slow. That's not good. My wingmate has gone back to base, I don't know. He's gone to the bar, he's having a sunbathing session. I have no wingman in any case, that's the thing. I started with an entire flight, then I lost more and more of them along the way. They went to their own, doing their own business at their pace. As I said, you can't trust a computer to do an actual pilot's job, and that includes the wingman of mine. Well, okay, now it's starting to get ridiculous. We're just turning and turning and turning. But he's leaking. Is this the same guy, I wonder? Well, I don't have anyone on my tail. So, yeah, it must be, by definition, the same guy. I must have hit him a bit. Should I? Tell you what. What do I have to lose? Yeah, well, I saw the fire. And Padlock is no longer... I think he's dead. Oh. But that's German, yeah. Okay. Good thing I noticed on time. So the wingman is back. I guess he damaged the enemy. Well, I was speaking bad of that guy. Maybe I was too brash. And sorry, man, you proved useful in the end. Ooh. What's he doing? Acrobatics. I'm here, buddy. You miss me? By miles, actually. Climbing ability almost seems illogical. If I didn't know they were Russians, I would think they'd be cheating. Look at that. It's gone into orbit. And it's not like it was that fast. Okay, not following above, only at same altitude. But I don't know where we can go from that. Because that, strangely enough, seems to be the rare breed of the cautious enemy bot. Look how he flies. Doesn't commit at all. Okay, that's the wingman. Right, yeah. Huh. It'll take a while. Useless. I know myself it is useless. It's not working. I wouldn't even chase him, you know. Let's go the opposite way and see what happens. We have to change his behavior, subroutine or whatever he has in place of a mind. And it seems to have worked already, because look at him. He changed behavior, now it's going the other way. And no longer staying above. We rebooted the machine within the plane. Ghost in the shell, indeed. Oh, finally I see some smoke. And I think he's dead, you know. Straight down, yeah. Well, we did enough. Let's go back to base now. Let's complete the mission. And unlock the next one. there's no reason to stay here. Oh, I'm so far from the base, unfortunately. A radio to my wingmates. Return to base. F7 it is. Ah, you saw the light? That's the flare you launch when you give information to your teammates. Very cool function. How many flaps up? Yeah, apparently so. So here it is. You can spy all the way inside the plane with it, so it's not the easiest thing. Yeah, well, it's low res, but everything is there. All the instrumentation, even the sight. Here's Stalingrad again. You can tell it because it's burning. That's the fate of Stalingrad. What do we have in front of me? That looks very Russian to me. No, the map tells me that it's actually a German. Now I can see it. Probably the whiteness of the cloud made me... It seemed white, that it was white the plane itself, but actually it was just the cloud beyond it. Strange happenings. Okay. No more UFOs, please. Is this my airfield? Judging by the flight path, no. This is where, yeah, the first waypoint was. This is where the Stukas landed, and they landed, by the way. They have landed ages ago while I was hunting all the planes past the river. So let's just go to our airfield, which is that way, and to the left, farther up. Here it is. Start to slow down. Removing time compression so we can hear the roar of the German engine. Yeah. Way is clear. What's my speed? Well, 450 is a bit too much, eh? What do you say for landing? Probably it is. I won't do anything until I'm below 300. So let's go at an angle. 250. The flaps have to be lowered in advance on the German planes. It actually tells you in the technical specification in this game. Because they're slow, they move slowly. They have an engine that makes the flap go down very slowly. And they actually tell the German pilots to lower them in advance. Like this. Okay, now it's low enough. And the same is true of the gear, huh? You best lower it in advance. Takes his damn time. Yeah, here it is. Waypoint passed. Coming on landing. Coming for landing. Roger, Doger. Going a bit fast. With the flaps completely down. Falke landen. Yeah. Deutsch Sprache. Here we are. Well, that felt good. It was a good mission, no? Brake left, brake right, brake left. You can really make it. It's fairly maneuverable on the ground with the differential braking it does. You have landed. The Eagle has landed. Okay, finish the mission. Well, if this isn't a mission accomplished, I don't know what is. finish. And what's going to happen in the next mission? Just to know. I wouldn't do the same thing again, but just to know. Just tells you to go to a different airfield. Probably something happens along the way, but we don't care for the moment. Let's look again at multiplayer. Maybe someone connected. Wings of Liberty is starting to get popular. This is the in-between, no? The moment when all the servers, the American servers are empty and the Russian servers still haven't populated. That's very little I can do. No, multiplayer is empty. So let's do a career mission. This is really the worst moment. You can do Berloga because it's quicker paced, but Berloga is also, it's only that. Spawn kill, that's it. It's boring after a while. No, I was having a lot of fun, to tell you the truth, the other day with the Tempest. The British campaign with the Tempest. I think it was this guy. Let me see. Alfred Rogers, famous British aviator. Flying on the 274th Squadron. Nice insignia with the arrows right there. Yeah, this is the Tempest guy. Escort bombers. Escort bombers can be boring in principle, but not necessarily. I don't know. Let me see the flight path. Escort bombers over there. Well, it's not a long flight. We can do it. And also, since I'm not carrying bombs, because it's just escort bombers, I will go with unlimited ammo so we can attack targets of opportunity and have fun with that. Unfortunately, you cannot put the flight path closer to the objective when you're escorting something, because I usually move the waypoint so you start closer, but I cannot do it. I will start in the air though, it's quicker. So we're escorting bombers. I wonder what kind. What British bomber does this game have? You know, I don't remember. Possibly we're escorting bombers of the Soviet persuasion, I don't know. We'll see. Yes, the Maki. Didn't fly the Maki today, yeah? That's another thing I got at discount that was very, very worth it. It's nicely modeled in this game and it's a good plane. The 202 I think it is. Or is it the 205? No, the 202 I think. Ah, so this was released with the Battle of Moscow actually, look at that. I didn't know it. I bought it only very recently, when they did the last big discount. We'll see what I'm going to do with the new DLC, the one for Normandy. I'm not so sure I'll get it at release. The problem is that when you have War Thunder with thousands of players at any hour, yeah, this is sometimes, it depends, sometimes this is better, but you just can't find players. Good thing it does single player, so it's enjoyable certainly for people that play mostly single player. It is after all a very good game, just that people don't know about it. And when you're thinking about games that you do online, it's always a big problem. DCS is the same, it's the same. I love the simulation of DCS, I learn the planes, I know how the systems work. And when you play DCS, you always end up asking yourself, what the hell do I do with this? Single player missions, annoying, boring. If I go online, I find like 3 matches in all. Oh, we're flying huge formation. This is Operation Bodenplatte content. So it's the end of the war. The British and Americans are invading Germany. And as you see, they're doing it in style. Because we have dozens of planes. And the other day when I played this kind of mission, I said, well, but of course the enemy opposition won't be up to the task for providing an actual challenge. But it varies. It depends on mission. If we are lucky with our mission, it will be populated by a lot of enemies. And also you will fight, of course, the 26... what's the name? 262. Well, I mean the fast jet, the German jet. It was fairly frequently deployed at this stage. Did I see the bombers for 1 second? These are my wingmates. Well, let's increase time compression, otherwise it will take ages. To my left are the bombers, it says. Ah, here they are. Quite a few of them. Now, we would be supposed to stay close to them, but since I'm the squadron leader, I can do whatever the hell I please. Let's scout ahead in the hope of finding an enemy sooner. This is the same map we was flying on the combat box server earlier, as you can see. But a different part of it. This is Ninja Megan. We're heading for Dontican, where the bombers will do their thing, while we presumably protect them. So let's climb a bit more. You know, I don't know much about the instruments of the Tempest, but they seem pretty simple. It's not like the Mustang where you have thousands handles and gauges everywhere. You have the usual things. The big four. High speed indicator, altimeter, climb indicator, and the one to the bottom right is a turn coordinator, yeah. Then this is probably, but it's written on it. Oxygen regulator, emergency. The engine is over there. Temperature, oil, water, fuel, and RPM. And a small thing over there. I have no idea. Does it change when I move the plane? No, probably still engine related. I'm trying to stall for time, if you know what I mean, because we are so damn far from the objective. Ah, look at the Tempest. There's something strange, no? About the radiator. The radiator is only either completely open or completely closed. I was thinking about it the other day on Steam, hoping that someone explained it to me. You push a button that completely opens the radiator, and it stays like that. So it's either full radiator or no radiator. Doesn't go in increments. I think it makes sense. Probably I could tell. Yeah, but you see how it works. It's not like the lever has a intermediate position. Probably it's just the way it's meant to work. Oh, James! James, can you play? Really? But this afternoon I was doing War Thunder with all the others. Excuse me, I didn't read your message. Why don't you install War Thunder? We're doing a lower rated mission. You could participate very easily. We're flying the Japanese Era 1 and 2. I play now, but it's early and I am lazy. Because this afternoon I won't be doing this again, of course. I will be doing War Thunder, in theory. Maybe can venture as far as doing Elite Dangerous, but it would be a shame because everyone else will be there and I would be missing. Install War Thunder, gents. It's a hell of a game, really. It's got so many things to do and a very populated player base. Unlike this, by the way, where we're playing single player all the time. But the size of it, look at it, the city between the clouds. It's got a depth perception in VR that is excellent, truly. You know why I only rotate my view to the right and never to the left? If I go with the mouse over the overlay window, the one with the chat of Facebook, then I'm going to be in trouble. So I only turn that way, moving the mouse to the right. We're finally coming to the objective. Let's hope I can find targets, because otherwise it's a great bore with no purpose. And actually I'm in combat mode. I should probably, not do it. Stupid me, because I can break the engine of the Tempest. It happened to me. It's not completely... And I'm smoking, actually. I'm smoking now. What's the meaning of it? Ah, the mixture has to be leaned. Yeah, probably because I'm at altitude. Let's put it at 70%. Hi, thank you for liking my post. But I cannot read your name because of the foreign alphabet. Ah, I see something. What is that? They don't look especially German to me. What sort of planes are these? Well, it's telling me they're Germans, okay. So, let's engage. You know what I like about the Tempest? The size of the propeller. I don't know why, it gives me a feeling of power, I love it. The fact that the propeller is so damn big, and well, of course, with a 3000 RPM, no RPM, I mean 3000 horsepower engine, you best have a big propeller, otherwise it will go to waste. These are bombers, attackers of some type. You see how easy it is to spot them past the cloud. They make it go like flicker. I have no idea what I'm shooting, but it's apparently German, so...
Search for enemy aircraft. Free to engage. Out.
I damaged them both. Oh, watch out. I blacked out. You have lost consciousness completely. What the hell? You black out very easily at this speed. These are all friends, right? Yeah, we are like 10,000 planes engaging the one guy. Ah, they were focus, okay. I never find them in this mess of planes. the British really like to go fox hunting, huh? They're like an entire pack of hounds running after the fox. I already damaged him. Where did the other one go? Probably fell down. No, because I don't have the kill. Yeah, fuck wolf indeed. Ah, don't black out now because you'll be dead. I'm pointing at the ground. Look at him. He's attacking. What's he doing? You're alone. Run for your life. David Voigt. Well, the Tempest can certainly do that climb. Come on, the power of this thing. Ah. Ah. Let's increase the RPM a bit. I wasn't even in combat mode, that's the thing, because I had lowered the RPM earlier. So now we're doing the true power of the plane, and as you can see we're gaining very well. You cannot escape me. I want this plane in War Thunder, you know. I would love to fly it in War Thunder. I love to play the British too, there's so many damn things to play in that game. Oh, broken to pieces, rest in pieces. You know what we could do, James? I don't know if you're still listening. We could play Elite Dangerous tomorrow morning if you want, more or less. Well, but you should come here at this hour, though. Or I could do War Thunder in the morning and we play Elite Dangerous in the afternoon. Huh? You tell me, you tell me. Friendly. That's an enemy. They lost, but they can use the label. Huh. Oh, he's going faster than me. I read an article once that told me that the shape of the wings of the Tempest comes from the fact that at that stage of the war, the British wouldn't have built anything if it didn't look like a Spitfire. That was the power of the image of the Spitfire. So they had to do the wings with the same shape, otherwise it would never have got approved. But they seem to be getting the kill. I mean, it's good for me. At least we remove the threat. Actually no, because they suck, so they're leaving him to me. Double check that it's the enemy, and yeah. Why do they suck this much? It wasn't easy. Okay. Engaging fighter to the southwest, he says. I think we're clear. I wonder where the bombers went now. That's a big question. I will probably be at the objective by now, which is that town over there. The Doti. I don't know the pronunciation. I won't try to say it. Lest the risk of offending the Germans among my watchers. Let's go. The modeling of the cities is top-notch. Top-notch. You almost wish you could go down and explore them, even at the low level of detail I'm using. They are leaps and bounds better than what War Thunder has. Except for some settings. I remember I really enjoyed flying over Malta in War Thunder. Too bad it's not in simulation mode. Not even an operation of it. What a waste. It's probably the coolest looking map of the game. But the thing is the scale. It's also, everything is so small in War Thunder. You don't have this feeling of flying above an actual country that you have absolutely here. This is much more similar to something like Flight Simulator, actually. In terms of scale, I mean. I absolutely don't know where the bombers went. Okay, my wingmats are all here. Let's head to the city and see what happens. We'll have anti-air. If you look at it from below, yeah, this looks like exactly like the Spitfire. Exactly. Oh, water. Visibility is how it should be. Why I'm in combat mode. Lower. It seems hard. It doesn't break. I don't know how I managed to break it the other day. Okay, the city is already bombed, it seems. Look at the smoke. The bombers have been here, though. But is it possible that there's no enemy target? Well, actually, yes. Because the career mode of this game sometimes is like this. There's some ground targets and that's it. Well, let's just strafe the ground targets because otherwise it would be a waste. Now we came all the way here. At least we met a couple of fights. Maybe by shooting the ground targets we will attract the attention of some enemy. The wingmate is attracting attention. Let's tell everyone. Attack the ground targets. Might as well, no? They seem to be reacting. Surprise. So they are good for something, actually. Oh. Blacking out during the ground strafing is not good. What happened? I no longer... No, wasn't shooting. It's like my gun... So it can happen, actually. What's the English word? The gun didn't work. Got stuck. What's the English word? I don't remember. It failed in any case. It was in perfect alignment. What a shame. I love attacking the ground in this game, especially with VR. You have an excellent feeling of speed. Here comes the Hispano cannons. Yeah! You can see the power of this thing. If I keep doing it, the enemy fighters will come. I am taunting them, no? so many of us and not even one enemy. There. 2 targets is better than 1, but actually that's 2 here too. Okay, closing one eye, now that you can see it. A bit more to the right, yeah. No, I think I did get to. Target destroyed, yeah. It's good practice for gunnery. Also, we are damaging the enemy after all. That's enough, I guess. Let's not push it. I'll complete the mission. If the mission can be completed yet, because in theory you should wait for the bombers to go back to base. And I don't even know where they are. Maybe we'll meet the enemy during the return. It's not impossible, it has happened to me. The fact is that the career mode is not scripted, you see, and then it's randomized. Sometimes you end up in the middle of a big enemy operation. Sometimes it's like the multiplayer. It's a bit too realistic. It should have some more scripted gaming elements to it. What a plane. I want it in War Thunder. The elegance of it, no? The brute power also. And it also literally spits fire from its engine exhaust. Yeah, literally it does. Tomorrow afternoon, elite afternoon, eh? Well, I mean, sounds interesting. We might organize it. Why not? Why not? I'll play War Thunder in the morning with some different people, I guess. And elite in the afternoon. I've been wanting to do elite, but I'd love to do it with someone else. I will tell you where I am in the bubble, but I bet you have some very fast ships we can meet nonetheless. Let's do something interesting with elite. We might do squad missions. Maybe also mining, I don't know, exploration, whatever you want. Anything goes. Install it. If you install that, you won't regret it. It's a game that's very underestimated. We will show you. You can't play with us in simulation mode, you will see it's at least. It's at least as good as this. At least. The flight modeling is excellent. And the fact that you're playing with dozens of people at a time really makes all the difference in the world. I see we completed the mission, yeah. So we can easily conclude it when I pass the front line. I will bring my Federal Corvette to do some elite missioning. Maybe conflict zones. I love them conflict zones. And actually I was flying the wrong hand of the... Ooh! There's enemies. Look at that. I told you. Actually the mission is completed, I could just finish it. But let's do some fighting. They seem to be eager. If you install War Thunder, James, you should try to play with us, to go with the Japanese nation and come to the first era 2 airplanes. It's like 10 matches, even less, if you use your boosters. You can do it in arcade mode. You go to arcade mode, you fly the planes a bit, Japanese nation, and once you get the first rank 2 airplanes, we can play all together, because we're doing that currently. I don't think we're moving to the third era, we're probably staying in the second today. Oh, so Focke-Wulf and Focke-Wulf. It's the D9 version. I don't know which is it. It's not the Dora, right? The Dora is either like D15, something like that. The one with the upgraded engine. Oh, I already hit him. I must be a sniper. This is the life. Chasing the oh! My god. Oh, look at the wing. No! No! There's too many of us. Too many friends. Can I finish the mission before they crash? Finish mission. Yeah. I'm returning to base. Accept. Will it count for completion? I could see the wing. Mission accomplished. Yeah. You look kinda stupid, but I mean, if it works, it ain't stupid, no? There was an amazing moment, in a way. I will remember this moment, so it wasn't wasted on me. Okay, that's enough for the career. I don't want to do another. But we progress despite everything. All empty. Let's go to Berloga a bit. Just a bit. It will trim right out. Yeah. Just a flesh wound. I'm the Black Knight today. Just a flesh wound. Shouldn't be a long loading. And it wasn't. What haven't we flown yet? German BF, we did it. American's Mustang. Hi Samir, hello. Thank you for commenting. I think, do I know you? Maybe you already commented on my stream. Thank you for coming in any case. I think I could fly. You know what? I've never flown, recently at least, the Focke-Wulf. Let's do it just for laughs. The A8 version, which is one of the best ones, I think. It had something strange with the VR centering, if I'm not mistaken, huh? Stormjäger, additional protection, side armor plates. Nah, we don't need it. Some Focke-Wulf to brighten up day. This is a light, fast plane that climbs like crazy, and people tend to use it like it. Yeah, the VR centering is wrong, I remember it. You see how it is. You either have to sit like this, or you center it wrong intentionally, so it evens out. But the problem is, yeah, the aiming sight is just too high. I knew I'd encountered this problem actually. I don't know how to solve it. I just don't care for VR. Probably if I center, yeah, I have to put the head down. It works. And here is the Focke-Wulf, finally inside of it. So when I go inside, I have to put my head, no, below, and it evens out. It would be annoying however you look at it, unfortunately. It's the way these guys work. Okay, let's climb. You know, I don't know much about this plane, it might prove problematic. Numpad 5, yeah, I'm doing just that, it just centers wrong. So if you center going with the head down, okay, but you have to do it wrong intentionally, otherwise it doesn't work. And since I'm constantly recentering the view for spotting stuff, I will have to do it every time. I think it's a problem only with this specific version of the airplane. If I go to the other one, it shouldn't do it. Probably even better would be to just look for the button that makes your centering move upwards. There must be one. Okay, that's a Jag. We can certainly chase down a Jag with the Focke-Wulf. Let's see if our cannon game is good. Should I? Well, it's fine straight, I mean. Yeah. And this takes care of the job. Yes, I mean, it can be played with others. I'm online now. The problem is that many times there aren't so many players. It's unfortunately not very popular, even despite it certainly would be worthy of being that. It's not very well known. If you want to play with others, probably War Thunder is the better choice. But this is also cool, and it's nice to go for a change once in a while. Was that a Tempest, I think? Yesterday someone was playing with me and my internet went down. If you can believe it. Finally found someone to play with me. And the internet went down. More or less same thing today. I found an American, no, I think he was British guy on the Combat Box server. We were speaking to one another and then. But it's terribly late in their country, I mean. No, probably if he was American it was late. I don't know, I'm not sure of his nationality. In any case, he disconnected after one sortie. Spitfire? Shall we have a Spitfire for lunch? I cannot see them inside. You have to put myself like this. It's like I'm a little dwarf on the plane's seat. I have to move my head upwards. Or I center it like this. Yeah, probably the best idea. But I overdid it. Don't complain about this too much. They spent 2 years developing adjustable seats for the planes. Also, if you play BoS around 23 GMT, the main servers are completely full. I know, but I cannot play at that time. I wish I could, but at that time I'm usually busy with my blog, as you know. Just too strange times, James. I know. My times are strange. That's the reason I play with many people from distant parts of the world. Might also be an asset, no? In a way. Unfortunately. And I'm set like this, that for me the times are essential. I have to follow a schedule to manage and do everything I want to do in one day. So it's not like I have flexibility, it's not really part of my behavior. I follow these usual times. That's me. Oh, he's chasing him too, and look at that. That's German, okay. I saw the cross. First engine outlet coal shuttle 77%. Did I do that? I don't have the energy to follow these guys. This looks interesting, because now they will come. Was that German? Oh my god, I think I shot a German. Haha. Not so sure, eh? Zarlock includes a penalty, yeah. So the chance I got it, but it wasn't a real chance. Just an impression of mine. Looks good, looks good, looks good. Well, the firepower with this plane doesn't certainly disappoint. Started Spitfire Mark 9. For a second there, I thought he was German. He looked German to me. Good thing I was wrong. Look at the jug. Too far. Oh. No, looks German. Let's see what the Jack does. And that's an heavy plane, he will have to come down. And that's also something worth checking out. Is the padlock pointing that way? There's nothing there. Because I wasn't padlocking, that's the answer. Okay. Here is the jug. What the hell, the aim inside. Maybe it's a feature of the plane, no? To make the German pilot actually have to move his head more. To keep him awake during the long flights. I don't know even what I'm saying. Oh yeah! Cannot escape me. That thing turns like a truck, I mean. Would be very difficult to escape the nimble Focke-Wulf. Trying to shoot him at long range, but doesn't seem to be working well. No, it's ending. 7, 6. Hurry up, die! 3, 2, 1. Did I hit it? No. Well, I guess. Guys, that's it. It's been a long session, but I enjoyed it, even despite I couldn't play online, but that's something I expected, unfortunately, with this game. No, as I said, James, if you want to come play with us War Thunder this afternoon, it will be my honor. Let me know. You just let me know here. I don't think I even sent you a Discord request. In any case, try to unlock the Japanese planes. We're doing Japanese early rank. If you can do it, you will have more tools to use during the session, and I bet we will all enjoy. In any case, with you who are watching, see you in the usual 5 hours, no less, like 4 hours. And we will keep moving up that tech tree, that very interesting tech tree. So, bye bye. See you tomorrow. Bye bye. I mean, see you later. Ciao.